Every successful businessman, any employer, leader, or just a person with experience in economics understands this. If you're involved in investing or trading, you also understand that after every growth, in 90% of cases, there is a correction. This works not only in the chart but also in life, but many seem not to be ready for this. Strange, because there is nothing unusual in the rollbacks. I remember how difficult it was when in 2022 all the crypto market and the number of my closed deals began to dump. Yes, this was not the first such situation for me and I was ready for it. But still, it hit all the processes very hard. The average deal decreased by almost 70% and the frequency by about 5 times. So, needless to say that this had a significant impact on my lifestyle since I was a sales guy. But here it's not so simple. The fact is that I was aware of the approaching problems and began to prepare for them in advance. I divided all my cash flows by proportions in several directions, and one of them was a reserve for such a case. I didn't have my head in the clouds thinking that if I'm in the top now, my main way of making money will always bring huge profits. The market is cyclical and diversification of income sources is important here. But then I only earned from one place. And yes, it was very painful to fall even with the reserve that I prepared for myself in advance. I want to talk about 3 reasons why you shouldn't forget that after every rise there is a correction. First, it shouldn't take you by surprise. There is no such thing as endless growth, and the endless decline also doesn't exist. So, no matter how successful you are, you still will have periods of ups and downs. You shouldn't try to run away or hide from this. You need to face the reality and start preparing in advance for possible changes. Please note, I'm not calling you to stop trying to cope with falls before they occur. Not at all. If you know how to avoid crises, feel free to do it. My point is that you should always have a plan B, so you know how to deal with sudden changes. Trump faced several business bankruptcies in 90s, but later he rebounded and became the president of the United States. Berkshire Hathaway faced significant losses in the early 2000s, and Buffett's reputation was questioned. But he changed it, and his company still is a successful investment vehicle. Howard Schultz stepped down as the CEO of Starbucks in 2000, and the company faced real challenges. But then he returned and led the company to significant growth. Were they ready for the fall? I think so, yes. Did they expect it as something inevitable? Perhaps no, but they understood that there will be a rollback. But they were ready to fight, you know? That is why they survived and succeeded. Second, use changes as a springboard. Remember that any innovation is an opportunity to become better and stronger, even if we are talking about local failures. With the right approach, what doesn't kill you really makes you stronger. You need to emerge victorious from any difficulty. I'm talking about changes in thinking first, because that's where everything else comes from. If you analyze your path and ask yourself right questions, you'll always find new strategies and approaches. For many, the most appropriate way to change something in their life is to do it at a time when a lot is already changing. Do you know when it's easiest to sell something to someone? When he is already buying. And it's advisable that he does it out of emotions. The same applies to any changes, be it due to accelerating progress, stopping, or local rollbacks. Many really serious changes in my consciousness occurred during and after harsh periods. When you are surrounded by problems, your brain goes into overdrive and thinks outside the box, so the springboard analogy is suitable here. Third, you should always think several steps ahead. By the way, this applies to any area of life, not just business or personal success. Whether it's choosing a college, preparing to move, or buying a new car. The point is that a forward-thinking person will always beat someone who lives in a short playing horizon. Even at the medium distance, the difference will be huge. Develop the habit of asking yourself deep questions about your plans. So, do you know what you will be doing in a month or year? What consequences might this or that decision have? Any path to success is a combination of different strategies and many targeted actions connected by a single plan. To create this plan, you need to think strategically. By the way, my father taught me to think consistently and calculate few steps ahead through chess. Every evening we had a tournament, and if I won, I could play video games for 30 minutes. If not, then I improved my strategy for the next game. Robert Greene has an amazing book about this very art. It's called 48 Laws of Power, and I highly recommend reading it. Guys, thank you very much for watching my content. You know, it's raining here now, and most probably I'll need to find a new location to record my videos because there is no roof, only the tree. So yeah, just wanted to say that I appreciate you if you found this video useful. As usually, give me your like and write a comment below. If you didn't, write a comment below and give me your dislike, and see you in the day after tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much.